Okay, hi. I was putting on my strobe cream and then I realized I didn't even film and I want to. So here we are. There's nowhere to look attractive while drinking water. So I don't know about y'all, but what books did you read when you were in middle school? Did you guys read the Goosebumps book? Because I know I did. So I didn't read all the Goosebumps books, but I know I read a couple, and a couple of them I really did like. And I've actually listened to a couple of them, like audiobooks. But I saw these covers in the library at my old elementary school, but I never like really picked them up. But I've never done a Give Yourself Goosebumps book, which is like a choose your own adventure book. So yesterday I bought one. Like I bought one on my Kindle and it was it was an adventure. It was definitely an adventure and I had a lot of fun doing it. So I thought, you know what? I thought it'd be funny if I did my makeup while reading a Give Yourself Goosebumps book. So I now have four. The first one I read yesterday was the Give Yourself Goosebumps uh Beware of the Purple Peanut Butter, because it looks like the cover of like, like the horror at Camp Jelly Jam, which really like, skeeved me out. But yeah, if I show a picture of like the cover, then I'll show you it. And also I'll show you the horror at Camp Jelly Jam, which I have not read yet. I want to read that one because it looks fucking creepy. I read that one. I think I finished it. It took me about 3 hours. It took me about 3 hours to finish, but here we are again because I think it's worth it. Now, so I have four. So I started one yesterday because, like, you know what? I thought I just loved it so much that I just wanted to at least read one that didn't the cover didn't look so scary, so that way I can ease my mind. But it looked like a little bit too boring, so I may do that one another day. But I have, yeah, the first one, which was the Beware of the Purple Peanut Butter, and then I have A Stain on My Computer, and then I have The Night of Screaming Armor, so that one. Then I have Escape from the Carnival of Horrors, which I thought was going to be like a Horrorland kind of one, so I was like, yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. And then another one, which I think we're going to be reading today, which is the Welcome to the Wicked Wax Museum. I think that's what it's called. So that's the one we're going to be reading today, and we're going to be reading it while I'm doing my makeup. So I already put on my strobe cream, and I already did my skincare, obviously. So let's just get into it. So here we are, we're starting. We're starting with page one. So this is like it's written in second person if you don't know. So here we go, we're gonna get started. We're gonna get dark today. Okay, so we are me. That's my name. Um, cool, you exclaim to your best friends Liz and Jake. The field trip to the Wicked Wax Museum is today. I can't believe our class gets to see it the day before the grand opening. Finally, Mr. Dunning's history class won't be such a bore, Jake adds. I will be skipping some lines because you know what? It gets too long, I just want the dialogue. Mr. Dunning, more like Mr. Dull. You said it, Liz giggles. Her red curl bounces when she laughs. Wait, hold on. How's that work? What does that mean? Does that mean she's laughing like Hey, why is it called the Wicked Wax Museum anyway? Well, we're about to find out. The name of the guy who owns it, Jake explains, Dr. Izzy Wicked. That's a guy? Okay, whatever. He made all the wax figures. Yeah, right, Jake smirks. And maybe the wax figures will come to life too. Oh, gross, Liz cries. You're giving me the creeps, Jake. Stupid Jake, why do you always do this to me? Oh, come on, you two, you say, then I say. Okay, come on, you two. The bus is here. Let's be the first in line so we can grab the back seats, because we're cool kids. Go to page 2. Okay. On the bus, you rush to the back. You and Liz take a two-seater, because we're best friends. Jake sits alone because he's a loser. Jake sits alone across the aisle with his red sneakered feet on the seat. Now, no one else can sit there. Jake leans back. His chin-length brown hair falls over the top of the seat. It's like that one annoying person on the airplane. Let's get this crate rolling, he mutters. All right, people, Mr. Dunning shouts from the front of the bus. All right, people. Thanks to my personal donation to the museum, not to brag, humble brag, hashtag humble brag, we get to see the place before it opens to the public tomorrow. The teacher does not, sorry. The teacher does one last head count. All right, Sal Volcano. His name is just Sal, so I just decided, hey, Sal Volcano, that's funny. All right, Sal, we're all here. Let's go. As soon as the bus starts moving, Jake presses his nose and open lips flat against the window for the viewing pleasure of the other people on the road, because he's disgusting. Then he breathes on the window and writes the steam. Honk if you hate history. Honk, you say, laughing. Honk, honk, Liz adds. You and Liz honk so loud, you don't see Mr. Dunning coming down the aisle. He looks mad. Go to page 3 to get in trouble. Oh. Anyway, that's enough out of you three. You're always making trouble. The red-faced Mr. Dunning sputters. If you hate history so much, you can just wait for the rest of us in the lobby. Oh, brother, you groan. There goes the fun. There goes our fun, sorry. Minutes later, the bus pulls up to the stone building. Mr. Dunning leads the class into the lobby of the Wicked Wax Museum. A scowling woman in a purple turban and gold bracelets sits inside the ticket booth. These three students will not be going. Wait, no, hold on, sorry, that's Mr. Dunning. These three students will not be going, tells her. He turns to you, Jake, and Liz, and points to the bench behind the wall. Sit there, you little monsters, and you better still be sitting there when I come back. The class leaves behind you. Wait. The class leaves you behind as they enter the hall of historical exhibits. A red door closes after them. Jake manages to sit still for a few minutes. Then he jumps and says, I think it's time for us to take a little tour of our own. Because we're troublemakers. Go to page 75. Okay. Jake, don't! You whisper loudly as he disappears through the red door. You glance at the ticket lady. She's busy with something at the booth. She's busy telling fortunes, apparently. Jake! We're in enough trouble already. You jump up from the bench. Try to grab the door before it closes. Too late! The red door slams in your face. And then you end up looking like me. Hey, open up, you hear Jake yelling through the door. He rattles the knob. Help! Liz helps you. Wait, Liz leaps up to help you push the door open, but it won't budge. Haha, funny. Stop kidding around, Jake, she scolds. Help! Jake screams again. Screams. He doesn't scream there. That's funny. He really does sound scared. Huh. Then you hear a whir, like a motor starting up. The click of gears mingles with Jake's cries. Jake! You shout. There's no answer. You press your ear against the door and listen. I think something is really wrong, you whisper to Liz. His cries are getting farther away. We have to get in. You shake the door handle and give it one last push. Suddenly, the door opens easily. Darkness greets you both. Darkness and the loud whirring of a motor. No sign of Jake. So now we have a choice. If you go in after Jake, turn to page 30. If you decide to get help first, go to page 111, but hurry. This is a tough decision. Let's see page 30. Let's see what that goes to. Okay. So page 30. I said page 30. Why is it at 111? No time to lose. Jake needs your help. You step into the darkness. Liz clutches your arm. I don't like that motor sound, she stammers. You don't like it either, but it's too late to turn back now. The heavy red door slams shut behind you. A thick bolt slides into place on its own. You're locked in. Shit! And now you realize it's your time to die. Slowly, your eyes adjust to the strange red light that fills the room. I don't know why I did that. Then you see what's making the motor sound. Ahead of you, a conveyor belt moves slowly through a velvet streamered opening into a black tunnel. It reminds you of those luggage carousels at the airport. But there are no suitcases on the conveyor belt. Instead, there's a body. Oh my gosh, that got dark real quickly. It's Jake's, and it's moving slowly away from you. His red sneakers are disappearing into the tunnel. Then you notice something else. Out of the corner of your eye, you see something move. Across the room, it's only a shadow, but there's definitely something there. What is it? If you want to find out what's moving through the window, moving through the shadows, turn to page 93. If you ignore it and just go after Jake, turn to page 18. We gotta go after Jake. We gotta help Jake. Because Jake is our friend, even though he's a major douche nozzle. Okay. Jake! You shout. You lunge to pull him back to his feet, but before you can grab his sneaker, a steel door slams down over the opening. You pull your hands back just in time. Kneeling on the low platform in front of the conveyor belt, you bang on the— I can't speak. You bang on the steel door. Jake! You shout again. The door slides up. The conveyor belt starts to move forward. You're so startled that you lost balance. You splat. You fall on flat on your face. You're on the belt. Liz, you cry in terror. Get me off this thing. Liv jumps up onto the belt to pull you off. That was gross. I'm so sorry. The belt speeds up. Now both you and Liz get dragged along through the tunnel. Up ahead, Jake lies motionless on the moving belt because I think he's dead. At the end of the tunnel, a sign flashes on and off. It reads, "This way to the steaming room." Oh, shit. Find out more about steaming on page 40. The fuck, RL? Turn to page 40. Let's go to page 40. Steaming room, you ask Liz. What do you suppose that is? A steaming room? Duh. Liz only shakes her head. And the conveyor belt comes to a sudden stop. You squint, trying to peer ahead in the darkness. You're about to call out Jake's name when you hear voices. Let's get him off this belt, says one man. Dr. Wicked wants this one to be steamed right away. We'll do him first and then get the other, says the second man. Steamed? We must be the others. Shh, listen. Maybe we should skip this maybe we should skip the steaming, one man says. If Dr. Wicked wants us to be finished in time for the opening tomorrow, we might just have to go in on the next step. What's the fucking next step? Turn to page 59. Turn to page 394. We've got to see what they're doing, you whisper. You and Liz tiptoe along the conveyor belt. How you do that? I don't know. Okay. You finally see the room at the end of the tunnel. Two men are lifting Jake off the conveyor belt. His body hangs limp. You watch in terror as they load him into the tall glass tube and shut the door. That's scary. I think I have to remember 75 was what we last went, like the page where we just made our first choice. So yeah, I believe so. Either that or I don't remember. Okay, whatever. Maybe I should bookmark it? The room is filled with these human-sized tubes. They look like big test tubes, but they have doors. Each tube also has a clear hose sticking out of the top, connecting it to a big pipe on the ceiling, and Jake is inside one of them. How can we get him out of here, Liz whispers. Before he can answer, the conveyor belt starts up again with a jolt. You and Liz are knocked off your feet, carried down the tunnel toward the test tube room. Then you notice the air around you is getting damp and heavy, and you're feeling sleepy, very sleepy. You spot purple smoke hissing from under the conveyor belt, sleeping gas. It registers in your brain, but your body is now helpless to do anything. About it. It's all about wait. It's all about you. It's all you can do to rock your head from side to side so you can see where you're going. No surprise there. You and Liz are headed straight to the waiting hands of two men in gloves and doctor's masks. Turn to page 133 to see what happens next. Okay, let's bookmark this page just in case. Two men in doctor's masks drag you and Liz off the belt. Two more steaming, says one. Dr. Wicked will be very pleased. They roughly load you and Liz into separate test tubes, close the glass doors and seal them. They're going to steam us, your mind screams. Your mind screams, we'll die! Already you have to fight for breath. You've always been frightened in big closed spaces. It's hard not to panic. Your mind races trying to come up with a plan. What are you gonna do, bitch? Now that you're away from the sleeping gas, you feel strength returning to your arms and legs. Maybe you can break out of this contraption. But what about the two men? Besides, once the steaming starts, whatever it is, you'll probably need all the strength you can muster. I almost said mustard. Maybe you should lie low. Try to conserve air and energy and hope you come out alive. What'll it be? If you fight to escape, go to page 107. If you stand perfectly still and save oxygen, go to 147. Go to 47. Okay, so what'll it be? 107 or 47? I don't know, bros. This is too dark for me. I don't care. Okay, if we fight to escape, let's go. You know what? You don't know. Let's save oxygen and go to 47. 47. You try to save oxygen in the glass prison by standing perfectly still. Apparently, Liz has the same idea. She breathes slowly inside her tube. You can't see Jake at all. His tube is filled with the cloud of white steam. Your mind works overtime. What's this all about? The two men talked about getting you ready for Dr. Wicked. They said this steaming was just the first step. First step of what? You're not sure you want to know. You'd rather just get out alive, because who wouldn't, right? Steam whooshes in through a hose in the top of the test tube. You brace yourself for the pain, but it never comes. Instead, your pores open as the steam gives your skin a deep cleansing. It's hot, but it's not so hot you can't stand it. Then suddenly, as the steam appeared, it clears. You see you're moving again. The test tubes are lined up along a rolling track. Jake's test tube is far ahead of you, rattling as it goes. Behind you, Liz looks as surprised as you that it's over. You raise your hand to the glass to wave at her. Hi! As you do, you bump the latch on the glass door. It wiggles loose. This is too easy. I'm sorry. If we get it on the first try, if we get like a good ending on the first try, then I will be pleasantly surprised. But we still have to see all the other fucked up shit that are in here because, listen, if I know one thing, R.L. Stine comes up with some creepy ideas. You know a chance to escape when you see one. You push the door open and then it swings open. I added the door open at the I added it. No one else. Immediately the test tube stopped moving. You jump out. The men with doctor's masks are nowhere in sight. You run back to Liz's tube and unseal her door. Thanks, Liz exclaims as she jumps out. Are you alright? I'm fine. But what about Jake? I can't see him anymore. He disappeared into the opening of the wall. Liz is right. Jake's test tube is out of sight. Okay, you run to check the opening of the wall. When you peer in, you can't see Jake's tube, but what you do see is frightening. It makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. It's the next step, and it couldn't be worse. You sure? A sigh at the end of the long tunnel flashes these words. Skin scraping center. Okay. They're going to skin Jake alive. This is fucked up. But let's go anyway. Let's go to page 98. Is there a choice over here? No, there isn't. Okay. What do you mean skin Jake alive? Remember one of the mask guys talked about getting ready for the next step? Jake got through the steaming step. The sign above the end of the tunnel said, Skin Scraping Center. That must be the next step. Put 2 and 2 together, Liz. Come on. You mean they're going to scrape Jake's skin off? Yes, Liz. Put 2 and 2 together, damn it. But why? I haven't figured that out yet, but I don't think it's time to get a motive. So we're just gonna roll with the punches, Liz. Are you with me or are you against me? I haven't figured that out yet, you admit. But I know we've got to save him. Quick, get the belt. Wait, no. That's not what he said. Okay, quick, get back into your test tube. What? Are you crazy? Trust me, it's the only way to follow Jake. Hey, you pushed Liz back into her tube without her consent. I added that. I don't know what. That's not funny. Then you jump into your own tube and pull the door closed. Just as you hope, the track starts moving again. You and Liz are headed for the skin scraping center. You hope you won't be too late to save Jake. That is, if you can survive yourselves. The track moves you and Liz toward the opening of the wall. Then something unexpected happens. Instead of the track taking you to the skin scraping center straight ahead, your test tube veers off to the left. Huh. Spotlights flicker along the track. Then you realize you're in a fashion show. You're not in a tunnel at all now. The test tubes are moving in a well-lit cave with a high ceiling. Without warning, the test tubes stop moving. The door swings open slowly. A recorded voice over the loudspeaker repeats mechanically, "Watch your step, please, as you are leaving your capsule. Watch your step, please, as you are leaving your capsule. Watch your step, please, as you are leaving your capsule." Now, what the fuck is going on? Page 5. What is next? You and Liz step down from the tubes. You step down! Step down, mofo! You glance around for Jake, but you don't see him anywhere. Where's that voice coming from, you wonder? What voice? And then you spot 2 speakers hanging up from the... Oh yeah, the voice of the loudspeaker. Sorry, I lost my head for a moment. Then you spot 2 speakers hanging from wires on the cave-like walls. There's no one here. A few steps away, Liz whispers, a few steps away you see 2 bucket seats lined with cushions. 2 comfortable chairs just sitting there in the middle of the cave. Without thinking, you and Liz fall into a soft cushioned seat to collect your thoughts. We've lost Jake, you state the obvious, Captain Obvious. If only we could find Mr. Dunning in the group. What kind of weird wax museum is this anyway? There's something terrible happening here. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Liz is not helping. Another recorded message suddenly blares from the cavern. For the convenience of other visitors, please keep moving. The floor beneath your seat starts to move, just like the test tube. Hey! You shout, trying to get up, but a bar falls down across your lap. Another drops down on Liz. Wait a minute, you think. You've been in seats like this before at the amusement park. You must have stumbled on some sort of wax museum ride. Hope it's a good one. Hang on as you ride over to page 49. Let's go to page 40 fucking 9. Is there any choice here? No, there isn't. Okay, this is taking a while. Your seats move forward into yet another dark tunnel. It's so dark you can't even see your hand in front of your face. Then your seat swivels abruptly and lights come up. Before you is a wax diorama. It shows a stone wall room filled with weird old-fashioned science equipment. In the middle of the floor is a doctor's examining table. You recognize the setting. You've seen the movie at least 5 times. It's a scene from Frankenstein. The fuck is happening? But there's something wrong. A wax statue of Igor, the creepy assistant, stands with his hand on the power switch. I'm at a loss. Wait, hold on. His mouth is open as if he's talking to someone. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Except that there's no one else there. What's more, the examining table is empty. Where's Dr. Frankenstein? And where's the fucking monster? Well, at least you got the doctor's name right, because we all know that Frankenstein, it's not what the monster's called. Weird, you know the museum set is open tomorrow. So where are the missing statues? And why is a statue talking? Maybe you should investigate. Liz has a different plan in mind. Oh no, what is it now, Liz? Okay, so now we have a choice here. Okay, so I'm gonna mark this page. This is 131. That's plain creepy. Stop the ride, I wanna get off. She pushes hard against the metal lap bar. Everything screeches to a halt. A moment later, the lights go out. You're sitting in the dark again. What happens next depends on what day of the week it is. That's fucking creepy. Okay, so it is Saturday by the time I'm filming this. Okay, if you're reading this on a weekday, the ride starts up, right back up again. Go to page 51. If you're reading this on a weekend, you have to get off the ride. So we're gonna go to page 25. Because today is Saturday. You sit in the dark for a moment, not sure what to do. Then a blood-curdling scream echoes through the darkness. Ah! It's Jake, it has to be. Let's get out of here, Liz cries. She's frantic. You hear her squeezing under the... Wait, what? You hear her squeezing under the lap bar and hoping and hopping down onto the track. You do the same. But wait! You call. Then you hear Liz scream. In the same instant, the floor beneath you gives way and dumps you through the secret opening. We're falling! You cry as you drop through the darkness. The fall seems to last forever. Then you see light below. The strong smell of melting candles, oh no, reaches your nose. First you smell it, then you see it, then you're in it, bubbling, swirling, boiling wax. You splash right into it. I'm on a roll here, folks. 2 more, you hear a man's voice say, before the hot wax seals your ears forever. Coat them in wax, put some new faces on them, and presto, instant wax figures. That one over there can be Dr. Frankenstein. A finger pokes at you in the side, and this one could be the monster. After all, Mr. Dunning called you a little monster. Guess he was right in the end. That's it. It just says the end. Okay. Okay. That's one way to end this story, but not today, bitches. We're doing something better. So I think we were on page 3. That's enough out of you 3. Okay. 75. Is this where we make the choice? Okay. Yeah, 75. Okay. So on page 75, we had the choice to go in after Jake, and we chose page 30. If you decide to get help first, go to page 111, but hurry. So let's go to page 111 this time. You're getting to believe Jake's screams aren't really a joke. Still, you don't know, like, you don't want to go through the pitch dark doorway that yawns in front of you. We better ask someone for help. You look around the lobby. There's no one except the weird ticket lady, Liz whispers. My eyebrows are on, and I'm feeling very angry. So, you look around the lobby. There's no one here except the weird ticket lady. Yeah, we already said that. She looks like a fortune teller in that purple turban. She gives me the creeps. Well, creeper or not, she's the only one here, you point out. You approach the ticket window. The ticket lady is sitting with her back to you. Excuse me. The ticket lady doesn't speak or move. Excuse me. We think our friend is in trouble. Can you help us? Still, no answer. Why won't you answer? What's wrong with you? Liz yells. Maybe she's deaf, you whisper. You reach into the booth and tap the ticket lady on the arm. Her arm is cold and hard. What? A what? Like that guy from Jaws. A what? Her arm is cold and hard. You gasp. She's not real. She's only a wax figure. What the fuck? What's going on here? Turn to page 12. Did we make a choice on page 12? No, we do not. An awful gurgling cry from the doorway behind you both makes you both shudder. Why is it so cold in here? Maybe because I'm getting the goosebumps. Okay, I better change because I do have work today. So yeah, hold on one sec. Yeah, all right, I'm back. Let's do this again. Okay. An awful gurgling cry from the doorway behind you makes you both shudder. Jake, there's no time to figure out why the ticket lady is made of wax. Your friend needs your help. We'll have to go inside and find the bus driver. You tell Liz, come on. You step outside the lobby and look for Sal, the bus driver. But he's nowhere in sight. In fact, there isn't a living soul anywhere around you. Why not? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, bro? At the moment, a long black limousine pulls up next to you. It's Chris Hansen. The windows are tinted dark blue. You can't see inside until the passenger side window slowly glides down. A uniformed driver leans across the seat. His hat throws a deep shadow that hides his face. But his voice is friendly as he says, I'm Axel. May I be of some assistance? Yeah, Axel, where the fuck did you come from? Go to page 69. I'm sorry, this is a friendly channel. Help! Liz cries. Our friend is trapped in the museum and we can't find anyone to help us rescue him. Calm down, there's a phone in the back seat. Get in, you'll call for help. Oh yeah, remember, this is like in the 90s where like they had phones in like cars or something like that. The limo's back door's open. You spot the phone, but that's not all you see. The car's equipped with the works. There's a television, a refrigerator with sodas and snacks, and a full music library. Wow, this car is loaded, is it? Driver laughs. That's right. Hop in and help yourselves to soda. Put on some music. We're going for a trip, ladies and gents. Your parents always told you to never get in a stranger's car. Maybe you should fucking listen to them because well, maybe you didn't, but you just saw your friend get sucked into a fucking portal of darkness. So, and yeah, a woman made of wax when she was talking just a minute ago. So maybe you shouldn't add this. Like, I know he's probably like the safest person there because he's like probably a human, but like maybe he isn't because like after all you've seen today, why should you think anything is real? On the other hand, you do need to call for help. And cold soda sure would taste good. Why, you stupid fucking 12-year-olds? What should you do? If you decide to get into the limo, go to page 118. If you decide you better not go to page 145. I'm gonna say 135 because that's smart to me. I can't get in this car, you say reluctantly. I'd be in big trouble with my parents. No, that's not why we're not getting in the car. We're not getting in the car because we don't want to die, sir. Gosh, don't you get it? I'm letting some sunlight in because I think that would be a great juxtaposition. Does that make sense? I don't think I said that word right either. What? Liz explodes. Jake's in danger and all you can think about is what your parents will say? You wimp. Fine, stay here. I'm getting into the limo. Oh no, what's next after this? Okay, fine. Because it says turn to page 100. She climbs into the long black car and then you never see her again. Okay. You stand on the pavement feeling like an idiot. Then you hear her give a cry of surprise. Jake? What? Huh? You bend down and peer into the car's interior. Sure enough, there's Jake, lounging on the buttery leather seat with his red sneakers. It's not him. I'm calling it right now. It's not him. It's not really him. I'm calling it right now. It's not him. Popped on the embroidered footrest. He raises the soda can to you. See you later, sucker, he calls. Wait, how'd you get in there? You demand, but it's too late. The car door slams in your face. Dimly through the tinted window, you could see Liz and Jake inside. It looks as if they're laughing. Laughing at you, probably. What the fuck is happening? This is like my worst nightmare. My friend's turning on me. A deep, threatening voice behind you makes your head spin. Oh gosh, what is it? It's Mr. Dunning. The rest of your class is standing behind him. Everyone is staring at you. I told you to stay inside. This is the last straw. I've had it this time. But, no buts. I'm calling your parents right now. And he marches back to the lobby. The kids from the class are still there staring at you. What a loser, someone mutters. A couple of them start to snicker. You feel about 2 inches tall. Looks like you made the wrong choice in the end. Fuck you, okay? I tried. Go to, what do I have bookmarked? How do I look at my bookmarks? Okay, great. Here are all my bookmarks. Okay, great. What was the last one we did? What should you do? Okay, let's get into the limo. So let's go to page 118. Is there a choice after this? No, there isn't. So what if your parents told you not to get into strange cards? This is an exception. All right, you exclaim. Because Jake's in there, right? Liz steps into a luxurious limo first and leans back in a buttery leather seat. You follow her in and reach for a soda. Without warning, the door slams. Power locks. Click! Seatbelts shoot out and strap around you tightly in place. Strapped, you're trapped. Axel guns the engine. Hey, what the fuck is going on? The limo roars away. You twist in your seat and stare back at the museum. Where's Mr. Dunning when you need him? For crying out loud, come on, Mr. Dunning, we need you. A figure runs out the front door. It's Jake. Oh, now he's in the fucking building. He's waving his arms and shouting. You can hear his words faintly. Come back, it was just a joke. What the fuck, Jake? A joke? I'm gonna kill him. Only if you get out of the car, Liz. A sudden burst of blue light, like a camera flash, blinds you. When you can see again, you glare at Axel in the rearview mirror. What's the big idea, you ask? Or you start to ask. Actually, the words never leave your mouth. Instead, you gape in horror at Axel's face. Why, what is it? Yow, he's a monster! Yow? Who says yow? Apparently Liz does. Dude, Liz is getting on my nerves. What happened to your face? You croak. Axel cracks his yellow teeth together. Don't you like it? My boss, Sybil Wicked, gave me a facelift. Huh? A facelift, you repeat, horrified. His boss? Liz whispers. You stare at each other. You just had a horrible idea. Axel, where are you taking us, Axel? You ask. To Miss Sybil, of course. I sent pictures of your faces ahead to her. She's dying to meet you both. I'm sure she is dying. You gulp. You don't know who this Miss Sybil is or what she wants with you, but you don't feel any need to find out. You've got to get out of this limo. The phone! Call 911! Great idea. You reach for the phone, and then you notice it only has 3 buttons, and none of them says 911. One button has a picture of a clock on it. The second has a laughing jester's face. The third is completely blank. You've got to push one of them. It's your only chance, but which one? Okay, so now we have not one. Well, that's okay. Now we have 2 choices. No, we don't have 2. Not only do we not have 2, we have 3. So, not 2 choices, but 3. If you try the button with the clock, turn to page 22. If you try the blank button, turn to page 35. If you try the button with the laughing jester, turn to page 72. Let's try the clock. Let's see if that, okay, well, I turned to the next page, it just said the end, so I guess that's wrong. Okay, I'll try the clock, you decide. It'll connect us with the operator who tells you the time. We can get her to call 911 for us. How do you know this? How do we know this? Like, we don't know that. We don't know that at all. Okay, instead of hearing a helpful voice on the other end of the line, you hear this recording. Good afternoon. At the tone, your time will be up. Uh-oh, Liz says. The limo surges forward and starts to swerve wildly over the road. At the wheel, Axel cackles like a madman. Oh no, you're doing 100 miles per hour straight off the edge of the cliff. As the limo flies over the edge, you hear beep. Oh my gosh. Okay, we already did the clock. Let's try the laughing jester. How did that go there? Okay, yeah. Oh wow. All right. Okay. You decide to try the laughing jester button. Actually, you know what? Okay, before we do that, I'm debating. Okay, you know what? Let's go back. Okay, let's actually go to the blank button first. Okay, that's another choice here. Now I don't know what to do. Oh shit. See, now there's just so many choices because I just want one to just say something. Gosh. So we hit the blank button. Okay, here goes nothing. Picking up the phone, you press. Then the brr, busy. I don't believe this. Oh, it's the brr, like the line is busy. I don't believe this, you grumble. The next time you try, you hear a click. Then a recorded voice comes over the line. I'm sorry, your call cannot go through. But you can. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that means, but okay. The limo screeches to a halt. In the mirror, you catch a glimpse of Axel's face. It's furious as a bear's skull can look. That is. The floor of the limousine drops out, a trap door. Your seatbelt flies open. The next thing you know, you and Liz are shooting down a long, sloping tunnel. 66. Whoa, you cry. Where are we? You're on a metal slide, bouncing off stone walls. Down, down, down you go. Finally, you land with a thud. Where are we? Liz stammers as she picks herself up. You gaze around. You're in a windowless little room that looks like a dungeon cell. Greenish water oozes down slimy stone walls and makes puddles at the bottom. It's monster blood, guys. Let's just call a spade a spade. In one corner, there's a wooden door. It's held closed by a rusted chain and a big padlock. The door, chain, and lock are thickly covered with spider webs. Ugh, you shudder. Spiders give you the creeps. Why? I mean, spiders can be cute. I don't know where we are. I mean, not the poisonous ones. I don't know where we are, you reply, brushing yourself off. But I know we've got to get out of here before the weirdo Axel finds us. Yeah, Liz agrees. If we don't get back to the waxing room before Mr. Dunning misses us, we've had it. Well, I think I'd rather get in trouble than be in the state where you guys are at now. So yeah. You don't really want to go through the spider's web to the door. You gaze up at the chute. You jumped here. That dumped you here. Yeah, that's what it's saying. You might be able to climb back up, but will the skull-faced Axel be waiting for you? Another choice. Okay, let's bookmark it. Okay. If you try the locked door, turn to page 14. If you try to climb the chute, turn to page 114. We're still not done yet. We already know where the other end of the chute comes out, so I guess we should investigate the locked door, you say reluctantly. If you say so, Liz agrees, but I'm not going first. Hell not, brother. You're on your own. Just what you hoped she wouldn't say. Oh well, cleansing your teeth. Clenching your teeth, sorry. You brush the sticky spider webs aside so you can see the padlock. You hold it in your palm. Something brushes on the other side of your hand. You look down. A big, hairy black spider crawls over your palm. Ew! No, it doesn't say that, but I'm not gonna say yuck. You shudder from head to toe, or from head to foot. Then the spider sidesteps to another part of the web. The rusty padlock crumbles in your hand. Nice going! Liz cheers. No problem. You answer modestly. That's not modest, you're bragging, bitch. I'm bragging at least, sorry. Okay, but the next step isn't so easy, because you don't know what's on the other side of that door. Taking a deep breath, you give the door a push. It creeps open. Liz stands back. You step inside and gasp. You can't believe your eyes. Because it's page 37 that we gotta turn to. Okay. What is it? Liz cries, moving behind you. Then she sees what you see. Oh, wow. Too strange. You're in someone's bedroom. Everything is purple. The walls, the furniture, the bedspread is lavender. You're in Bella Swan's room. Two doors in the far wall are painted in dark plum. You're in fucking Bella Swan's room. But it's not the purple that's getting to you. It's the fact that there are no windows either. Never mind, you're not in Bella Swan. I'm gonna stop, okay? There are no windows either. It's what's on the walls. Dozens of giant blown up photos, and they're all of your face and Liz's. Ew. You walk slowly around the room, studying the pictures. They're all marked up. Your nose, your eyes, your mouth are covered with circles, arrows, and measurements. Someone has penciled notes next to them. Excellent nostrils. Yeah, I've been told that a lot. Correct lower lip. Upper lip, good. I've been told that a lot too. Adjust eye color. That I've not been told. Liz calls you from across the room. You've got to see this. It gets worse. Oh no. Don't tell me it gets worse. Liz is staring at you. Liz is staring at a framed yellow newspaper clipping that hangs on the wall. It's about a terrible, okay, this is someone speaking. Okay, it's about a terrible fire at Dr. Wicked's lab 3 years ago, she whispers. She points at the photo. That was his daughter. He was teaching her his secret method for making lifelike wax dummies. You lean forward and peer at the photo. It shows a girl with long black hair. Her face has been cut out of the picture. Sybil Wicked, age 14, was lost in the blaze. But though, okay. You feel very cold all of a sudden. Fuck it, I'm fixing my hair. And I've been feeling cold this whole time because it's literally 47 degrees out or something right now in Arizona. Liz, you say, didn't Axel say he worked for Sybil Wicked? Liz nods, her freckled face is pale. But how? How can he work for someone who's dead? We'll find out on page 73. I'd rather not find out, Liz declares. We've got to get out of here. Come on, let's try those doors. Wait a second, you called. You spotted a blueprint tracked on the wall by the bed. You crossed the room for a closer look. Liz is right behind you. Detailed drawings show a machine that looks like a steel octopus. What the heck is happening? 8 robotic arms reach out from a round stainless steel cylinder. Each arm has a different function that is labeled clearly. Face peeler, eye popper, lip ripper, ear eraser, nose nipper, chin skinner, bone breaker, skin scaler, scaler, I don't know. The machine is labeled the facelifter. Oh no. Oh, gross. It lifts its features right off your face. Do you think that's what happened to Axel? Put 2 and 2 together, Liz. Before you can answer, you hear footsteps outside the room. It's hard to tell which direction they're coming from. You need to hide, but should you risk going through one of the doors and maybe running into someone? Or should you dive under the bed? If you go through, oh, here we go, another choice. Let's bookmark this page. If you go for one of the doors, turn to page 11. We're still not done yet, guys. This is gonna have to have a part 2. Turn to page 11. If you dive under the bed, let's dive under the bed. I want to see what's there. Page 90. Okay. Bed, you decide. The doors are too risky. We've already went through one door and then look at where we ended up. Okay. You and Liz dive under the bed. It's a tight fit. The springs sag, making it hard to move, and the dust is so thick you figure it hasn't been cleaned since the last ice age. Haha, funny jokester. Next to you, Liz makes a strangled sound. She must be trying not to sneeze, you think, to squeeze, to sneeze, you think. Shh, you hush her. You hear a door opening, though you can't tell which one. The footsteps are in the room now. You hold your breath. Liz's arms is smushed up against your face. You feel it feels kind of wet. Gross. You reach out and shove her away. Why is she wet? Well, honey. When a man loves a woman, your hand sinks into something slimy, something that pulses gently, something that's making a gurgling sound, so quiet that you can only hear it. That's something that isn't Liz. Okay, let's go to page 128. I'm met with the end. So there really are monsters. There really are monsters. Monster cheese. There really are monsters under the bed. You want to scream in terror, but you can't because then whoever is in the room will hear you. So you battle the slimy thing under your bed in silence, kicking, shoving, even biting. What happened to Liz? Okay. Well, she's gone. Okay. The problem is, the more you struggle, the more the more the sticky goo gums up in your hands, your face, every part of you. Soon your mouth and eyes are sealed shut with goo. You think it might be wise to yell now, but it's too late. You can't yell. You can't even move. You can only lie there helpless as the slime monster wraps itself around you and starts digging and digesting you whole. Oh well, easy come, easy go. The end. All right, so where did we go off from there? Oh, let's just continue. The last choice we made. What happens if we go to one of the doors? Page 11. Okay, let's risk the doors. You decide. You never know what might be lurking under the bed. You know, because last time we checked, it was not Liz. Grabbing Liz's arm, you race to the right-hand purple door and throw it open. It's a closet, and it's full of row after row of identical purple robes. What's up with the purple? Okay. The footsteps are right outside the room. No time to waste. Then she pulls the door closed. The only light that comes through a large keyhole that's just at eye level. You can tell that the closet is deep. In fact, you can't find the back wall at all. The light vanishes. Something is blocking the keyhole. Something that shines faintly. An eye. Someone is looking at you through the keyhole. What should you do now? If you're very still, maybe the eye won't see you. Or maybe this is the time to find out how far back the closet goes. You better decide fast. Okay, so this is another choosing one. Okay, the next end that we see, I'm gonna have to end it here because this video is getting very long. Let's see what page 38 has to say. How can you stay perfectly still when you're shaking like a blob of jello? Okay, you decide to look for another way out. Where do we go? Okay, so let's just finish this up. Okay, so shoving Liz ahead of you, you push through the purple rows. Behind you, the closet door flies open. A familiar voice calls out, "Peekaboo, I see you, and I'm coming to get you. It's Axel." "Hurry," you mutter. "Hey, there's something here." The rest of the words are cut off. You charge towards the back of the closet, battling hanging robes out of your way. "Liz," you shout, "where are you?" Then you smash into a flat, smooth surface. It feels like glass, and it's moving. You're in a revolving door. Okay. This is a weird museum. You spin through the revolving door and stumble out the other side. Ahead of you stretches a long room, but you only get a glimpse of it because there's nothing under your feet. You're falling. Oh gosh, there's another choice. Okay, here we go. Okay. Ah! You yell. Your voice trails away behind you as you plummet down, down, down. Splat! You land on something soft and squishy and smelly. P.U. Liz's voice complains next to you. "Liz!" you cry. You struggle to get up. What happened? Where are we? In the garbage. Yeah, right where I belong. You gaze around. You are surrounded by mounds of banana peels, coffee grounds, chicken bones, and rotting vegetables. Giant buzzing flies swarm around your heads. Ew! You must have fallen through a trap door right into a dumpster. With a with a jerk, the dumpster. Why is it the dumpster in capital letters? Like the D in dumpster is capital. Okay, fine. The dumpster starts to move. Liz peers over the side. We're in some kind of train track. Or we're on some kind of train track, she reports. And we're headed for that dark tunnel up ahead. Dark tunnel? Maybe we should get off now. Good thinking. Then you think again, or maybe we should stay put. This dumpster could be our ticket out of here. Yeah, but if it's a dark tunnel, I don't think you want to go for that. Let's get out now. Okay, so let's make a choice for next time. Okay. 76. I think we should get out of the dumpster. It might be going to an incinerator, you point out. We'll find another way out of this creepy place. Right, let's go. The two of you scramble over the side of the big dumpster and jump down onto the floor. Okay, not a moment too soon, the dumpster plunges into the tunnel and is swallowed by darkness. You're in what looks like a basement. It's huge and dimly lit. A set of rails snake past your feet, the tracks the dumpster moved on. Let's follow these back and see where they start, Liz suggests. Okay, good thinking. You're getting better. See, I knew you could do it. It's a good idea. You trace the tracks backward until they disappear into another dark tunnel. You don't want to follow them in there. Instead, you climb 7 steps next to them. At the top of the steps is an arched doorway. You cautiously stick your head through. You're looking down a long hall lined with purple doors once again. Aha! Yells a voice behind you. There you are. Oh no. You jump. Who yelled? When you look the other way down the hall, your heart sinks. Standing at the far end is Axel. Fuck. We can't get rid of this dick, okay? Even at this distance, his fleshless face gives you shivers. Exactly what happened to him, you wonder, but there isn't time to think about that right now, because Axel's moving towards you, and fast. You try to keep calm. Maybe we should run, you tell Liz. She doesn't answer. That's when you realize she's already halfway down the hall. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Liz. Wait for me, you yell, and you sprint after her. Faster than you ever had before. You catch up to Liz at the end of the hall. There's no way out. Let's see what's behind one of these doors, she says. She throws open a door and you dash through. Then you slow down and look around. Where are you? This room looks like the kitchen of a fancy restaurant. It's full of... What the freak is with this museum? It's full of gleaming stainless steel machines. There's one that looks like a giant mixer and the other with dozens of sharp blades. It's labeled the peeler. But the one that really gives you the chills is the deboner. The deboner. Okay. You and Liz inspect the deboner. It's a giant shallow funnel set into the floor. A cluster of metal arms hangs from the ceiling above it. Some are equipped with drills, saws, and other tools, but most of them end in wicked-looking claws. Clack, clack. The claws snap menacingly as you draw near. Isn't it a clever toy? Someone whispers behind you. Axel. He sneaks up behind you. You think fast. Liz, go left, you order as you dodge to the right. Axel lunges after you and trips over the electrical cord of the deboner. Is he the father? Yeah! He yells as he topples onto the funnel. The deboner's mechanical arms move in a blur. Before you know it, Axel's hanging midair, held tightly by dozens of claws. A drill hums towards his heart. Help me, he begs. Tears well up in his eye sockets. I've already lost my face. Don't let me lose my bones as well, please. You hesitate. You feel kind of sorry for Axel. Even he doesn't deserve to be deboned. Are you sure about that? On the other hand, if you help him, you might be sorry. Okay, if you think you should help Axel, turn to page 45. If you don't think you should help him, turn to page 82. We're going to page 82. Okay. Forget it, Skullface, you say. No way are we going to help you. Not after all you did to us. You got yourself into the deboner, now you can get yourself out. Ah! Axel yells with rage. You and Liz walk away and don't look back because you guys are badasses. Leaving him hanging in the claws of the deboner, you can hear him thrashing and trying to get loose, but you don't pay any attention to it. That is until a heavy hand falls on your shoulder. So you were just gonna leave me there to be deboned like a piece of chicken, he growls in your ear. Oh no, he's free. Somehow he managed to escape the machine's alpha claws. You're terrified, but you have to ask, what are you gonna do to us? Well, we're gonna find out. Axel hoists you up by the shirt collar, and in the other hand, he's got Liz. You both kick and struggle, but it does no good. Axel is inhumanly strong. His bone jaws clack as he laughs his demented laugh. I should take you to Miss Sybil, he tells you, but I don't want to. I can always get her more victims. And you two've made me very angry. I want to punish you. Oh no. He hauls you over to the deboner. Let's see how you like this, he chuckles and tosses you into the funnel. Mechanical claws swoop down and instantly seize you. In less than 10 seconds, you're hanging like clothes on a line. A tiny jigsaw whirs directly toward your eyes. You hear Liz scream. Turn to page 134. Oh no. Oh. The next thing you know, you're lying on the floor staring up at a lavender ceiling. Oh no, okay. You feel alright, kind of limp, but alright. I think I'll get up and look around. I feel a butt coming. Okay, but when you try to sit up, you get the shock of your life. Your body won't obey you. Oh no! All you can do is ooze a little. What? What's happening, you whimper? Out of the corner of your eye, you see a skin rug on the floor nearby. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's dark. You wanna know why? It's freckled. And it has a mop of red hair on top. And it's pulsing slowly. That's dark. I love it. With the shock, you realize it's Liz. Liz without her bones. It's all coming back to you now. The deboner machine. That's why you can't move. You've been deboned. You no longer have a skeleton. You're just an envelope of skin. Make no bones about it. This ends. The end. All right. That was a good way to end it. That was very climactic. Okay, I'm happy we ended it there. Yeah, I know it's not done yet. So maybe in the next video we can continue to see how many other endings there are, cuz those are two. We ended on several different like things, but I think those are two very climactic, like the first one we did and the other one and this one. There are two very climactic, endings. So let's see what else there is in the next video. So that's it for this video. I had fun. And I'm gonna edit this video, which I'm so happy to do. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye-bye.